second band starts. Shift versus not GP Numelops. The logo might be very deceiving, but it's the logo from formerly known Ascent. It is Ici Japon Corp. I'm not sure how they should be called, but it looks very, very similar towards the logo from orKS. So let's go. We have the first bands being Serve and Dive, so it seems like the people do not like water here. But sometimes it do be like that. Let's see what the first map is. The first map is Edge, a map that we have not seen yesterday, actually. So I'm looking forward to see Edge because it was banned quite often. So let us see. So Edge is the first map being picked by Xerar and Arthaniir, the TMCL team, who played a quite disappointing season. But I mean, there was also Ascension, and they had very close matches at the start. If you remember the match against Sprout, or was it a 4-0? I think there was one, or against Easy Dream, or like there was one match that was insanely close for them. I'm actually gonna check that. Playday 1. Yeah, Hominus, they played against Hominus soon and lost 4-3. And then on the second playday, I mean, they then played Sprout, lost 4-1, and against Easy Dream, they also lost 4-3. So they had, up until that point, they played very strong, but then they just got beaten by every team afterwards. I mean, they ended the season 0-7, 9-28, so that is not too good for them. But I think they can bounce back. Xerar played the Ascension tournament, unfortunately didn't make it. But there you go. Edge, Twisted, Valley, Tempest, Tubes, Cosmos, and Backflip are the maps. A quite good map pack. I really like Twisted. It's a skill-based map, so I want to see how Shift plays again on that map. Imot and NuPrime, definitely coming from a tech background. But let's see how that goes. The match starts. Good luck and have fun. I hope you guys got yourself your favorite beverage. Group B of the Wildcard from the World Championship 2023 is about to go live. True that. Whew. I also hope that you all had a good day. I went for a 60-kilometer bike ride today to visit my girlfriends. Was a lot of fun. Weather was insane. And now I'm here. So I hope you all enjoyed the weather, had some fun. The last days of summer. And let's go into the first map, which is Edge. 60? Yeah, that's nothing. Guys, I do study sport, okay? That's fine. Like, I had one break, so it was 31. He means 600. Yeah, 600 kilometers blindfolded. But let's see how Edge goes. Like, as me as an avid RPG enjoyer, I do really enjoy this map. Yeah, I went 600 kilometers per hour. Let's go. Let's go, let's go. NuPrime and Imot, the German duo. I really like to see how they do. They are performing in this match against Xerar and Arthaniir, who played a very disappointing TMCL season. Qualified by chance somewhat. They were, I would say, like, it's of course a bit biased, but I would say they were a bit lucky. But, well, sometimes it do be like that. They got 8th in the season, and we already see the first mistake by Imot. NuPrime battling it out with Arthaniir and Xerar, and we see the next mistake, the next small mistake here by Xerar. So NuPrime not doing too bad. So, good line from Arthaniir. NuPrime does not get the speed, so Xerar and Arthaniir first and second. I do not know how serious they took this tournament, because we also have Arthaniir, for example, who has gotten 5th position in the Ascension tournament. He qualified for the main event. He won $1,300 there. And he probably had time to practice those maps. Yeah? And he also gets first position. 106.12, not a bad time. NuPrime and Imot both with mistakes. So they are 7 seconds behind. Make it 8. Or even more, because NuPrime has not traversed the finish line thus far. But I think Epos is also mentioning something good in the chat. Because maybe this map does not suit Shift, as well as Dive and Surf. Could be that there's like maps that are just very, very, yeah, not good for them. I mean, this will probably be one of my best maps because I just do like this kind of style. But then I would be insanely bad on tech, for example, and for some players it's the other way around. I mean, NuPrime and Imot do play a lot of mixed competitions and also played a lot of tech in the past, I suppose, with Team Shift. But now NuPrime with a very good start is so far ahead, gets a lot of speed over that penalty section as well. So NuPrime in the lead, and also Arthaniir touches. Will he make that jump? No, he will not. He has to respawn. So that's the shot for Shift to make it. Imot does not go for the drift there. The player from my region will also not have the best speed here, but still is able to make that jump. NuPrime with a mistake. Xerar into the lead. So this will be another point secured for ICJ, formerly known as Ascent, and a 106.44 is also an okay time. So the first point for Shift, it's a draw. But Xerar and Arthaniir do capitalize from that, of course. So next round's coming into play. Also, we talked about the TMFL. Xerar also played TMFL the previous season, Season 5, where he got 4th position on, so that is quite notable that he's also a consistent player and not bad on this style as well. And the next TMFL season will start as well. So I hope to see you guys in Division 1, because I will be casting together with Geek, my favorite event. Oh no, I think yeah, season 5, yeah, was the previous season. Now Season 6 will be the last season. So that's the last shot for you to play. And NuPrime with a mistake exits the quarter pipe too early, and Xerar and Arthaniir do capitalize from that, both with a mistake there. And we see another ace for Team ICJ. NuPrime and Imot did really struggle with that ending section. Oh, and they do still. Have you seen Imot? Oh no. They do not even finish. Well, there you go. 3 points for ICJ, 7-1. Yeah, I also did not expect that Xerar would perform that well. I mean, Arthaniir did not have to play Ascension because he already qualified in the first phase. 100% crashes. Okay, NuPrime has 66%. Imot with 100, but now NuPrime with a good start. I mean, also Imot and Xerar with the first mistake. They kind of already need that ace, but this is not a good line from Imot again. Just is really hesitating with that line, so maybe he did not put that much effort into the map. I could be wrong, or maybe he's just nervous. Could also be. But I mean, so far, it does not look that good for them, because also Arthaniir now is in the lead, and we see the first mistake in the top 3 by NuPrime. Imot could survive this round though. Maybe even get that first position if Arthaniir does not survive the ending. Oh, but Imot struggles with a gear there, but was able to survive. Xerar with a respawn, so NuPrime will get 3rd, and it's another draw. So 8-2. 106.14 is also a good time. But I think this map just does not suit them that well, so that's why they just play it by chance, let's say it like that. Actually, the first time I've seen or I've casted Xerar was an event in Trackmania 2 Stadium, which was called Battle for the Crown. That he still played for Exalti, my former team. And then he eventually qualified for the Xerar Cup 2020 semi-final and almost got into the final. So Very skilled player. And then he took a break for 1 year or even more. And now he plays in the Challenger League and almost made it to the Ascension playoffs. Was not able to do so. So, still a very young player. I think he's like 19 years old. But still very skilled. I'm on a NuPrime, could get another draw, but Arthaniir looks really strong. And also not on a bad time here. Could be the first sub 106 if he survives the ending. Okay, 105.66. Very good time from Arthaniir. Securing another point for his team. And with that, only 1 point is required to close out this map. So track points, yet again. Now a draw or a loss needed, and with Imot failing the start, this could already be the last nail to the coffin, because Arthaniir and Xerar solely just have to survive and should not lose more than 4 seconds. Good line from Arthaniir there as well. NuPrime hesitating. Oh, and what a great jump from Arthaniir, so direct. And he finds himself in the lead together with his teammate. So this could be the first map being done, and maybe if those teams will meet up again, which could happen in the lower bracket final, if GP Numelops, the TMCL champion of Season 2, will continue like that. It will maybe be a ban. Maybe. But Arthaniir with a very good performance, 60% top 1 positions. And it just takes another one. So another good time, 105.2, wow. Only 2/10 away from the world records. And there you go, map 1 goes to ICG. Very good time here, and a good performance. NuPrime and Imot really struggled in those 2 ace rounds. And other than that, they had a shot. I mean, just taking those 1 or 2 points there, the score could have been 9-6, you know. So definitely ICJ showed some weaknesses, but it will be hard to beat them. But maybe on this map, this is as techy as it gets in this World Championship. We have the next map, which is Twisted. True, his star wasn't good, Figure, you're right. So they do take the World Championship serious. But it's very busy for a trackmania player nowadays. There's so many events. Let's go into the next map. Yeah, Cosmos is also tech, but Micro Machine tech. So maybe the one or another player will not suit the camera that well. But yeah, you're right. You are right with that. Okay, so first rounds, Imot and NuPrime off to a very good start here. Imot going a bit too inside there, cannot proceed his speed slide, but still finds himself ahead of Xerar. So this looks to be a different shift compared to Edge, what we have seen there. So already leading by a quite comfortable margin. Xerar also not nailing the apex there, has to travel a lot of distance. NuPrime and Imot with such a good setup here as well. Look at the speed. Arthaniir loses the gear, will lose so much time, but Xerar goes for the attack, but does not get the apex here accordingly, but still a close round. Only 0.2 between the top 3 players. Imot and NuPrime could win their first round in style, and also here Xerar not with a good line. So Imot and NuPrime will take it unless they fail the ending, but no, that's not the case. Good and clean round from both players. 105s are beatable, but not for Xerar and Arthaniir in this round. So that's a 3-0 for Shift and a very, very comfortable start. Yeah, this map is very good to watch. I agree. This is a very good map to watch. So round number 2. The repetitive slide comes into play. You can hold gear 3 there and not gear down. Xerar just demonstrated it very nicely. Arthaniir on 3rd. Imot with a first small blunder, finding himself on 4th position. Oh, very good approach now from Xerar. He went so far to the left. And extends his lead to quarter of a second. NuPrime could still secure a point for his team. Oh, but struggled with the gear there a little bit. So Arthaniir comes in closer. Is it 4-2 or 3-3? Oh, NuPrime with a good line. Arthaniir with a mistake with a no slide. And this was detrimental because also Xerar fails the identity. NuPrime overtakes, and it, instead of a 5-1, it's actually a 4-1. So NuPrime giving away that point in the ending. So that was unfortunate. This was such a messy identity. But at the end it was only a draw. Looked to be an ace for ICJ, then like a victory for Shift. And it was a draw. So many things have happened there. Oh, and also NuPrime clipping there. Arthaniir and Xerar both again with good starts here. Both not getting airtime. Xerar not with the best speed though into the wall ride, or outside of the wall ride. Oh, and we see 3 mistakes, I think. Or 3 small mistakes. NuPrime in the lead. Off to a good start. I think he's also on a decent time. Could be the first sub 105 of this map. But he lost a lot of speed there. Xerar and Arthaniir do chase him down right now. Oh, Imot. Good line. Xerar again messes up the entry into the second part of the identity. And this could even be an ace for Shift. But Arthaniir goes for the attack. Gets airtime. NuPrime has more speed. Will NuPrime overtake? No, he will not. What a good round that was yet again. Only 0.3 between all 4 players. And it's another draw. What a good round that was yet again. Very nice. Oh, next round, Imot misjudges the turn, does a wallbang and is still in the lead. Nadeo, hey! I want to report this guy. Hey! Illegal! Imot! Yeah? I want, like, he did not get penalized there. He did a wallbang. And he was still on first. Ah, was not intentional probably. I'm just memeing around. I will launch an investigation. As okay, did you do the video, by the way? Okay, but there you go. It will be a victory for Shift. Now it's 7-3. Well, Imot still stays ahead, and the first sub 105 from NuPrime. 3-7 it is. But no, jokes aside, I mean, this can happen if you enter the turn too early. He was a bit lucky that he did not get slowed down too much, but I think we cannot really say it was intentional. So, you know, it was only a joke. If you guys did not figure it out. Okay, there you go. Arthaniir clipping the inside. Xerar with an okay line as well, but NuPrime with a lot of with much more speed in this corner. And Imot also coming in closer there. So it could be another good round for Team Shift. Oh, because Xerar also steers in too early. This could even be the ace for Team Shift. And they could win in a dominant fashion. Map number 2. And the score would be then 1-1. But Xerar does not slow down. Overtakes 1. And he's hungry for more. We've seen mistakes from him, from Xerar. But I think that he will survive this time. Yes, he will. He will even overtake Imot. And this looks to be another draw. So Xerar now with a good ending. Imot loses it there. It's still 1 point for Team Shift. Capitalizing from that. Nintendo Carrot Cake and Mental Strider and everybody else in the chat all feel greeted and hugged. And I hope you're all doing great. Next round. Oh, NuPrime with a mistake. Xerar also hit the wall. NuPrime with no speed over that full speed section. And Xerar will overtake. That cost him a lot. And Imot goes for the attack, so this could be a great fight for that first position. Even though Imot went super wide there, but had always had a good drift in this section. Also, this drift transition is really cool. That you jump into this right turn and you have to negotiate how much do I want to reduce airtime, what do I want to do there. Just a very, very neat section of this map. I really enjoy the maps. They look very nice. Imot super risky there, almost hits the wall, but still secures a point for his team, a very valuable point. Arthaniir and Xerar, however, first and third, so it's 6-9. Nice. So one more point needed for Shift. ICJ, formerly known as Ascent. They need to ace. They need that ace, and right now they are in first and second, so that's what they are trying to do. Oh, Imot not with a good line. I think he's out of this round. So now it's between NuPrime, Arthaniir, and Xerar. NuPrime in the lead. He had a very good ending section as well. So it's like, hold my Weizenbier. I'm gonna get that second place, preferably first. Xerar and Arthaniir both with the overtake. What a great round that is. Will we go to a decisive last round, or will NuPrime take it here? It will be NuPrime taking it because Arthaniir does not know how to kneel slide in that corner. And still is on third, even though NuPrime hit the wall. So the scoreline is 7-10. Shift takes home their first map. A lot of draws here in this match. There you go. We have the next map, which is Valley. Very cool scenery on this map, but also I would say this identity is deceiving. This is not an easy identity to drive around. Nailing those jumps can be quite hard. Also a trickster map with the bug slides, with turnarounds, with jumps. Transitional map, so I do enjoy this map as well. Not only the scenery, but the overall driving. So let's see what Arthaniir and Xerar have prepared, because it's their pick. And we already see the first couple of mistakes from NuPrime and Xerar. NuPrime had to respawn those, so that is very, very bad for him, because he's 7 seconds behind and will probably not play a role in this round unless someone or everyone fails the identity. Imot with a good line. Arthaniir oversteers a lot in this section. And Imot will go into the lead here. A very good line from the German shift player. And now the identity comes into play. Good approach. Good setup to the right there as well. Maybe jumped a bit too far, but still got a lot of speed around that corner. And still leads around. Arthaniir had to respawn. NuPrime will overtake in the meantime. Oh, and Imot so clean with it. And he will win the round ahead of Xerar. Question is who gets third. It will be NuPrime. So it's the victory for Team Shift. 110.67. World record is a 108.39 by Melio. So not the fastest round, but I mean, Imot was also behind. Dude, you really subbed to slot all and then lose everything? Oh my god. Well, thank you so much for the sub. Thank you very much. Interesting line from NuPrime. Again. Makes a mistake there. So Imot now left alone. And it is Arthaniir and Xerar on that battle for first and second, preferably. Oh, but Arthaniir jumps so far to the right, and Xerar also has to oversee a lot in this section. So Imot will have a lot of speed again. Such a clean exit again from Team Shift in this round. Imot on his way to win this round. Looking good. Very good release timing as well. A good landing here. But Xerar is not too far behind. Oh, will this work out? Oh my god, it does! Xerar with a mistake. Arthaniir is on second. The question is who will get third. Xerar does not have the best speed. Oh, but NuPrime overdrifted there, so he will not be able to overtake. So it's another draw. So 2-3. ICJ still in the mix. He plays 40 hours a day. So, like I said, that Shift for me is the team that could shock and maybe even, yeah, maybe gets first, second here. And right now they do live up to my expectations. They do be playing very good. And then Arthaniir now leads the round. Xerar with a good line now. Imot with a very wide setup again. Get just so much speed around that corner. Xerar with a good bug slide. NuPrime still on last position, gives us a very good overview. Oh, no one with a mistake in that first part of the identity. Xerar super wide, will have an awkward approach there, but is able to survive. Arthaniir, not with a mistake. It's Imot with a respawn, and now ICJ will get that ace that they're in need of with a 109.7T, which is 1.4 seconds away from the world record. So quite considerable time, or like a considerable gap, but you can gain so much time on this identity and also on this bug slide. On both of them, actually. Exiting it with a no slide and all of that. There's so many small tricks on this map, which makes it very hard to play or hard to master. Also here the gear. Like NuPrime did not gear up, so he has to stay in third gear and gets the gear up here and has to go super wide due to that gear change. He's now on last with that. So ICJ now leading the match again. Oh, and Arthaniir with a very inside bug slide. Hit the wall there as well, but didn't get penalized due to reactor boost being attached to his car. And Imot again with a good line. Jumps so far into the bug slide. Will go a bit wider there and had to readjust, so Arthaniir and Xerar will come in again. Oh, that's a good line from Xerar. But also Imot pushing so much, going super inside there. Sacrificed a lot of speed, but still is in the battle for first position. Oh my god. Xerar not with the best speed. Imot will get first. What a great identity that was from Imot. And he will deny another ace to ICJ, which was really important. This drift was so good. So, nicely done from the Shift player. 6-4. Close match so far. How's the other match going, by the way? Anyone streaming that other match? Anyone knows? ork 2-0, okay. Now a good start for Xerar and Arthaniir again. Because Imot and NuPrime struggle with the gear. Oh, good line from Imot again. But had to oversee a little bit, so he lost the gear. Oh, so Xerar and Arthaniir are in the lead, but Arthaniir not with the best bug slide. Finds himself behind. Xerar on first. Good approach here from him as well. From the talented French player. That's for the Arthaniir. For the identity. Oh, not setting up, but does not touch there. This is always so close. Has good speed as well. Will stay ahead of NuPrime. And that is a victory for ICJ. Only 2 more points are needed. 2 more points are needed. To take it home. All right. Next round. Now Arthaniir, like those gears at the start are so tricky on this map. You can just hear so many different gears on this, on all the cars, and Arthaniir and Xerar got it very good. NuPrime and Imot, they need to perform in the identity and need to rely on mistakes as well. But they are so far behind, make it 0.4, and I think Xerar and Arthaniir are also on good times, on respectable times, to say the least. So let's see what they can do. Xerar with a very good approach here, has so much speed and a good setup as well. Look at that, extending his lead. What time will it be? Will this be a sub 109 from Xerar? Looking strong, and there you go. This will be a 108.99. And Arthaniir stays out of Imot as well. So there you go, it is 10-6. The map goes to the, I think, French. I think it's a French-Japanese team, right? A French-Japanese team. Ici Japon Corp eSport. So next map, it's 2-1, and we go to Tempest. Did not expect Shift to pick this map, actually. It's an APAC org. Okay. I mean, makes sense if they're... Figure. Jo, hallo Tom, mir geht's gut. Und dir? Ich hoffe, bei dir ist auch alles in Ordnung. But let's focus on the match. NuPrime with 10 respawns. And Arthaniir with a good gear management. This is not a map where I really thought that NuPrime and Imot would really pick that. And let's go with Xerar's and Arthaniir's identity. Imot is still in there. But he's a bit further behind. Gets a good approach there. Jumps a bit too far to the left, so he has to readjust. But Xerar had it even worse than him. Even had to respawn. So it will not be an ace. Xerar with another respawn. He should... Or maybe it was just a double respawn. He should just finish ahead of NuPrime. And, oh, he will not do so. He had to respawn again. NuPrime also with a mistake. So many mistakes have happened here in this identity. And I mean, it doesn't matter if Xerar finishes or not, because NuPrime is not able to. He still does finish. And it's a victory for ICJ. So there you go. Off to a good start. Could have been an ace though. But it was not meant to be. Oh, good start from Imot. You could have heard that Xerar's gear was howling up and down. So he did not get the cleanest gear above the ice. I think you want to hold gear 4 there. If I want to recall it correctly. Yeah, it was removed. It was a remove request. So bring it, maybe you want to bring it back. No more XCD. Yeah, because some person removed it. Add or remove emote. Listen, use channel points for that. Yeah, but... Well, I changed the rule. Oh, close round though. Look at that jump from Xerar here. Going up to third position. Will he overtake one more player? Xerar jumps so far. Will have a lot of speed. Is he able to control? Will he hit the hole? No, he will not. Imot and NuPrime will overtake. And what a round was that? 109 winning time. And we have all players again. 0.3 of a second. So good round there on Tempest. 3-2 it is. Let's see what the other round has to offer. Oh, Imot with a very aggressive line yet again. Oh, Xerar with a very, very direct approach. Imot had to respawn. NuPrime in the lead after a very good start. Already 0.26 ahead of Arthaniir and Xerar. Now it's important to get that gear or to, like, to get it clean. And Xerar did not get it that clean, so he's behind. That's NuPrime versus Arthaniir. That battle for first, but NuPrime also had to respawn and taps the brake too much there. So I'm not really feeling comfortable on that ice slide, which could feel or can feel sometimes a bit clunky to drive over or to do. Well, this will be the ace for Team ICJ. 109 is the winning time, and then we have Xerar 3.7 seconds behind. The NuPrime and Imot both fully modded. And yes, both of them respawned. Hello, Mr. Binchen. It's going great today. Thank you for asking. And I hope you're also doing great today. So the winner of this match will play against the winner of orKS GP Numelops versus Split. I do not know how this match has or is going right now. But it's also ongoing right now. I think Twiggy is casting it. So you can also check out my colleague. orKS is 1-4-0. Okay, I mean... This was not really a surprise, to say the least. Well, let's go ahead into the next round, because it's 6-2 and ICJ could go into the lead even more, but Imot and NuPrime first and second. Let's see if they now are able to tame the ice and go into a backwards approach accordingly. Yes, they are, and Imot and NuPrime are in first and second. They should not give this one away. It's their pick. Keep that in mind. Imot on a great time though. And he will survive it. Xerar hits the slow-mo, and that is it. That's the ace and the answer from Shift. And also 108.9 is a very good time. Well done, Shift. Well done, well done. That's the ace. Very nice. So 6-5. We have a very close match already to start things off. And I think those teams will meet again in the lower bracket. I'm quite certain that they're gonna meet again. 17 rounds only played. Wow. Lord in heaven. I mean, you need 16 to win the match. But I was not expecting anything else from... I would have actually dropped down and not do a double respawn there, but that's just my style. So NuPrime loses 7 seconds. Imot has to get first. Good ice side approach. Does not have to readjust. Arthaniir has to tap the brake quite a lot here. And we'll go with the penalty surface. So Imot with a very good approach over in this corner. Arthaniir had to respawn, and this could be costly for Team ICJ, formerly known as Ascent, because NuPrime also overtakes. Now the identity part 2 on Imot, not with a good approach. Goes for a very early respawn. Xerar will win the round and secures 1 point for his team. Arthaniir also overtakes NuPrime, who had to respawn himself. So it could have been so much more for Shift. But it's only 1 point and 2 for their opponents. Wow, so 17 rounds only being played. Yeah, this is Shift picks, yeah. Shift's pick. Guys, I quickly... Maybe this helps you to understand Pick and Ban a bit better. Map 1, like, usually the left team, so the blue team is always the top seed. Usually. And they pick map 1. They pick map 3 and map 5. And Shift picked map 2, 4 and 6. So maybe this helps you to not ask next time. No, it's the pick from Shift, because Shift is the highest, the lower seat, and they pick map 4. I'm quite certain about that. I would be surprised if this was not Shift's pick. ICJ picked Edge and Valley. Twisted and Tempest was picked by Shift. And also Cosmos was picked by Shift. So it's 9-7. Don't know the map names. We have a late start from Imot. Maybe he wants to BM. But it's the last round of this map, so Imot's already 0.3 behind. So this is not too good. This is not too good for him. Yes, exactly. Thank you, Phil. Hauptsache was schreiben, Fege, ne? Hauptsache was schreiben, mein Lieber. Immer irgendein Blödsinn in den Chat schreiben. Wer dafür bezahlt? Gar nicht wahr. Oh, but Arthaniir is out. NuPrime and Imot have to take that ace. And if the ace happens, this will be a 2-2 scoreline. Xerar is behind. Imot and NuPrime are leading the round. Looking clean here. It's looking very, very good for them. Good speed from Xerar though. But Imot and NuPrime will both survive. Will they have more speed? Yes, they will. And this will be the ace for Shift. It is 2-2. What a great performance in this last round. What a clutch moment that was. And that's why it was Shift's pick, right? What a great round. Very, very nice to see that. Shift winning map number 4, 10-9. Very nice. What a great match yet again. Very nice. I love Trackmania eSport. Shut up, figure, man. Oh, man. Let's go to Tubes. The pick from ICJ. Let me quickly run some ads. Because that's what you have to do, unfortunately. I'm sorry for that, guys. Well, let's go. Let's go, let's go into the first round here on Tubes. A heated up match. First to 4 will win. And let's see what will happen. The winner plays against GP Numelops. And the loser goes into the lower bracket. And we'll play against the team from Morocco and Israel, I think. They are from, if I do recall it correctly. Team splits from the MEA region. Beno and Tomerz. So now Xerar and Arthaniir off to a great start. NuPrime on 3rd, but still can make some damage. And let's see what will happen. Yeah, I tried to... oh my god, it's raining so much. Wait a second, I have to close the window. Oh god, dude. Lord in heaven. Wait a second. Oh, wait. What's going on? Oh. Dude. It's raining so much. Okay, I'm back. It's raining very, very much outside, and my mother still had her window open, so I had to quickly close that. Okay, but let's go to the next round. It's the ace for ICJ. I unfortunately missed the ending of it, but sometimes that can happen. And let's see what the next round will bring us, as Arthaniir and Xerar are now behind. But Arthaniir got a really good drop on that staircase, and he finds himself in the lead. Also a very, very high entry into the bowl, resulting in him having more speed compared to Imot. And NuPrime with a mistake. Arthaniir almost gets airtime there. You could have seen his car flicking there a little bit. If he had a bit more speed, he would have been dead. But he's on a good time. Will he hold gear 4 here as well? Looking clean. Here you will lose it just before the tubes. And this looks to be a good time. Maybe could be a 105. But also Imot is not on a bad time. But Arthaniir is absolutely cracked on this map. Oh my god, dude. What was that identity from Arthaniir? What? 105.32. Sanest identity from Arthaniir. You could have already seen he got skid marks on the right side. He lost a bit of speed due to that, but still such a good approach. What a good line that was. And ICJ takes home this round. Wow. Impressive identity in this round. Arthaniir. Lord. Okay, next round. ICJ looking very strong though on this map. Xerar with a beautiful landing as well. Arthaniir is a bit behind. NuPrime and Imot are not too far behind either, but NuPrime with a first mistake. Imot also has to oversteer a lot here, so that's why you want to land further up. You see, Imot oversteers a lot and has to readjust. And Arthaniir has just a way smoother approach into that third turn combination after the bowl. So that's why you want to jump very far to the left and flip your car very fast. Oh, Imot with a mistake. Arthaniir will overtake. So it's first and second for ICJ again. And Imot also has to respawn. Xerar saves it. Arthaniir as well. And this will be another ace. 105s for both players. It's 8-1. So only 2 more points needed. For Team ICJ to win map number 5. Then we would go to the last pick from Shift. And as one person in the chat has already figured out, NuPrime and Imot, they are good on tech. And the next map is Cosmos, which is also a bit more techy. Yeah, tech-ish. Techy type 1. But yeah, I mean, this map is almost over here. They are 1.5 seconds ahead. Make it even 2. And they just have to save it. And they did save it in the past round already. So they know how to do that. So there you go. ICJ will also win the third last map. Question is, will we go to map number 7? And then this will set the tone for this group. In general, I think both teams are on par. And Shift should ban... should maybe ban Edge in the next best of 7 that they could play. Okay, so there you go. It's 11-1 in favor for ICJ. And we go to map number 6. Glad it rains now and not when I went for my bike ride. So So it's Cosmos. We have seen different lines here as well. The identity looked doable for most players, but there were also some parts that were not that easy to do. Because the drift feels a bit blind. Maybe it can catch the one or another player a bit off guard. But also a very cool map. The more I see those maps from the World Championship, the more I really like them. I think the map pack for a spectator is just very nice. I hope you guys like it as well. Because I certainly do. And hello there, Sam. What's up? So let's go into the first round. It's Imot and NuPrime's last pick. Oh, and the first mistake already from NuPrime has happened. So he will be out. Xerar also with a mistake there. Arthaniir in the lead. And that is still a close round, even though mistakes have happened. But still only 0.3 between all the players. Oh, and what a good line from NuPrime, going up to second place there. Xerar and Arthaniir were struggling quite a bit there. So they are behind. Oh, and also a great approach here as well. NuPrime not getting the slide there. This does fail. I'm gonna go to the follow cam. Thank you, Kanchika. So NuPrime not going for the Neo slide there. So he lost 2 positions. So that's what the identity looks like. And Xerar with a mistake, an exchange. Oh, and so closely between Arthaniir and Imot. Arthaniir and NuPrime, I mean. And it's Imot winning the round. It's 2-1 in favor for Shift. So there you go. Very, very good job here from Team Shift. Cam is replay. Follow cam is that you disregard all cam changes, and replay, like follow is like you're gonna see it here. Replay is like nothing happens, and follow, this happens. So that's how the player sees it. Yeah, replay avoids the cam trigger, exactly. I think that describes it the best. Thank you for helping out, Kanjika. I really appreciate that. Okay, let's go into the next round here, because Arthaniir and Xerar are fully modded, and I think we're gonna see map number 7 here. Ladies and gentlemen, Team Shift looks to go to that one. But there's still the identity left, which can be... I mean, you can save it, but still, you will lose a lot of speed then. But NuPrime and Imot should be good to go. We already see the first mistake. I think that was Arthaniir crashing there. Imot with a very smart save there. Nicely done. Like, I cannot stress it enough. This turn is not easy to do. It looks easy, but it's not. So Imot on second, not crashing. So that is how you should do it. Good gears for Imot and NuPrime there as well. I think someone even got 4th gear there. Maybe that was Arthaniir. Want to stay in 3rd though. So let's go into the next round here. Yet again, NuPrime going a bit wider there, so did not get the entry accordingly. So Xerar will close in a little bit, but still is on second place. Oh, but NuPrime did not get best trajectory there either. Still, they are not out on this one just yet. Xerar again going super inside, so he will sacrifice a lot of speed. And you can see NuPrime and Imot went for a very wide approach in this reactor boost turn. Just gathered up so much speed there. So they are on 1st and 2nd position yet again, also due to a very good exit point there. Imot almost clipping there. I thought for a second that he did not do so, but he gets overtaken by Xerar. And I'm not sure what happened to NuPrime. He just rubber banded away. I thought it was his internet. But, I mean, he's in last, so no idea. Maybe he just crashed. But it's still 1 point for Shift, so, I mean, it's not terrible. They did not get ace, they get 1 point. But ICJ with that is back on the map. Oh, NuPrime misses that approach here. And Xerar and Arthaniir could equalize if they get that ace. But they go for the jump. And the jump is 0.2 to 0.3 slower. So that's why also NuPrime catches up again, even though he did that mistake in the start. So very good lines from the Germans on this map. They seem very prepared on this map. And also here, this could even be an ace for Shift. Oh, but NuPrime loses the gear. Will still set up very nicely here over that corner. But could have gotten even more about that. So there you go. You can lose your gear and if you go for the no jump. And it's easy to overbreak. So a jump just seems a bit easier in this way. Oh, okay. This is not good. Xerar with a mistake as well. Imot on first, and NuPrime will be very angry about that one because it could have been a victory for their team. But it's only a draw, so could have been more. So there you go. Oh, I mean, you can see there, like, the no jump is much better. But, I mean, it just... You also do not want to change that mid-round. Maybe you feel more comfortable with a no jump or with a jump, respectively, compared to a no jump. This could also happen. So, I do see that. And yeah, you cannot just do the no jump. I think, yeah, that's fine, because it's a very precise input that you have to do. It looks so easy, but it's not. I mean, they just lose in this ending section, actually. So let's see. NuPrime and Imot could force the last map. Oh, and that was very clean from Imot. And here as well, a NuPrime also with a great time, 114.5. And there you go, 10 to 4. We go to the last map, which is backflip. Backflip. What a match. What a nice match that is. One of the matches ever. Backflip as the decider. Yes, aware. What other map was in the pool? What other map was in the pool, actually? It's always hard for me to pinpoint it down. What map did we not... Like, what map was the other 50-50? Was not dive, it was not... Why is it thundering now? Who knows? Maybe chat always knows. Chat is the omniscient narrator. Let's see what Imot and NuPrime have cooked here. G-Force, right? Yeah, G-Force was not picked then. Yeah. Dive or Swim was banned, so... Yeah. It's G-Force, yeah. G-Force is the map that has not been picked. NuPrime, still at the start. And Imot, 2.7 seconds behind. What is this round? What is that round? So, it feels like both teams do not feel that prepared on this map, other than Xerar. But I mean, the identity is still there, which is very, very hard to do on backflip. It could still be a draw. I do not think that players do respawn like 5 or 6 times. Even though Xerar has to double respawn here. Does he know? Yes, he does. Imot does also go for it. Arthaniir will most likely... Oh, what a great release timing from Arthaniir. Dude, everyone went for the double respawn. Oh, God. Oh, my God. What a round. So it is ICJ going into the lead. Oh no, Arthaniir with a mistake. Does not get the line there. And I'm with a NuPrime in the lead, but NuPrime misses the entry between the beams. Like IRL. What? Yeah, and also how many crashes they do, according to the delta from checkpoint to checkpoint. Exactly. Okay. Good round from Imot. Arthaniir on second. Imot saved it quite a bit, because Arthaniir caught up a lot. But Xerar with the respawn, so he will not play a role. Imot, oh, what a clean jump that was from Imot, but I think he clipped a little bit, so he has to respawn. Arthaniir with that will win the round. So what an unlucky clip there. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no. NuPrime. Oh no, no, no. Oh, and NuPrime still goes for that left-right there. So he will clip again. And will probably have problems with his gear. Yeah, this is just not looking that good here from NuPrime at the start. So Xerar first, Arthaniir on third. I mean, this map is also not that easy. Maybe they hope for G-Force being the decider. Which is also not an easy map. Oh, but that is too early of a counter steer. But still in there. Nah, guys, come on, stop that. I want to see you playing this map. If you played it for 3 hours, you would also struggle. This map is not easy. Like, Muda and all the others make it look so easy. But it's not. I mean, they probably played it, but like maybe for 1 or 2 hours, or maybe 3 or 4. But it could also be like 10 hours, you do not know. You really don't know, it's so hard to tell. And in a pressure situation, it's always deceiving, to say the least. It's a really hard map, like, for real. Yeah, but I mean, I think that's what everyone subconsciously do, because you just see Muda, okay, how I got the online world record on this map, and he just drives left, right, center, boom. 10 minutes, world record. You know, it's like the maps are insanely hard. Like every input here on this map. Also when you want to release, how you want to hit the plastic there. It's not easy. And NuPrime with another mistake. He releases way too late, so his car is locked in. And he will not get an angle out of it. No, it was a victory. Because the one person was ahead on the checkpoint. Like, nailing those identities is so hard. And imagine pulling that off in pressure situations. Almost impossible. Without extensive practice. You have to live the map. You have to master the map. And Arthaniir did it in this round. Imot still goes for the respawn. And the 108 is also a good winning time. So Xerar and NuPrime gradually falling apart here. NuPrime finishes ahead of him, so it's not over just yet. I mean, they're still in there. It is 6-5. Another draw. ICJ does not capitalize from the mistakes from Shift. And also do a lot of mistakes themselves. Oh god, this looks dire. Imot and NuPrime on first and second place. This could be very good for the German duo. Who will play against GP Numelops in the winner bracket or in the upper bracket final? NuPrime and Imot are clean with it. They just have to survive. It's a very important round to win. Because they can almost always get 1 point on this map. So just survive the identity, guys. And Xerar also needs a good identity here to get it across. Oh, this looks super clean here from NuPrime and Imot. Will they go for the respawn? Imot will go for it. NuPrime will not go for it, and he will survive. Xerar went for the respawn himself, and Imot will stay ahead. So it is the ace for Team Shift. It's 8-6. Wow, who would have thought that? They still need 2 points. Xerar respawn because he would not have the speed to clear the last jump. Imot off to a great start here. NuPrime as well. Guys, the Germans could advance into the winner bracket final. Also Arthaniir with a mistake. But they still have to survive the rest of the map. This could be the first upset of the day. Oh, Xerar with a good approach. Hesitates a bit. I think he will not have that much speed compared to NuPrime. Oh, but NuPrime bounces a bit due to his very, very early counter-swing movement. But still, first and third would be enough. Imot just has to hold. Let's go. Oh, very good line here from Imot. Oh, he will flip. Oh, what a good line from NuPrime as well. He doesn't have to go for the respawn. Imot goes for the respawn. NuPrime in the lead. NuPrime will take it. Xerar on second. Imot on third. And Shift goes into the upper bracket final. ICJ down into the lower brackets. What a good decision. What good decision making from NuPrime and Imot there. And there you have it. ICJ down to the low bracket. And I think those teams will meet again. They will be meeting again. All right, let's go on to here. Dude, what the hell is that ad? So, F5, boom. We are in Group B. We can see the matches here that took place. I think like that, it should work. GP Numelops won 4-0 against Split. Split dropped down into the lower bracket. And then we have Ici Japon Corp versus Shift. Shift 1 will go into the upper bracket final. And ICJ or IJC will go into the lower brackets and they play against Split. All teams are in the bracket on this page. All teams are in a bracket. What do you mean? Also, thanks for the follow, Blazer, and everybody else. Thank you for your support, guys. I really appreciate that. So the next match is GP Numelops versus Shift. And whoever wins this one will go to the World Championship Wildcard qualifier. Or like playoffs, let's say like that. So I hope you understand that. Everything is fine. So mods would be great if you could help me to change the title. And let's go. Let's go, let's go. Wait, we're already starting! Right! Guys! Non-stop trackmania action here. Shift versus GP Numelops. Let's go, let's go. Service the ban. Will they ban Edge now, or will it be another ban on the water map? Service insta-ban for them. And hello Marina as well. And everybody else. Okay. See ya. I'm in Holter right now here. Okay. Already. Okay, I'm on server. Guys, go ahead and make your prediction. Wow, wow, wow. Wiener Schnitzel? I mean, Schnitzel, you cannot go wrong with it, no? I think it's big copium to say that Shift will have a chance against Panda and Complex. No, I think it was a false start. I think it was a false start. Also, guys, look what I have. Look what I have, guys. Those are so good. Yeah, they are. So many calories. Okay, listen, I went for a 62-kilometer bike ride today. So I think I can afford to eat one cookie. Why? Because I visited my girlfriend. Why ruin it? What's better? Hey, I hope you enjoyed your food, Marina. And I'm looking forward to meeting you. I actually asked her dual study there, so that's what it is. Nah, Bench. I will not do that because I have so much stuff to bring. I'll probably take my bike with me, but I mean 100k would be fine. But I have so much stuff, I will not fit in. Turbo's weak, true. The waitress. Oh, that's cool. Figure, go there. Dude, Figure, will you really come? Like, for real now. Figure, if you come, I would love to meet you. Oh, awesome. I will not play Dank forever, Figure. I will not play it. You promise, yeah, but I have to work, Figure. I have to work. Until a Christian. Guys, get some good vibes in the chat for the match here. Dude, listen. Caught in 4K, yeah, Figure. I caught so many things from you in 4K chatting. Oh my. Complex. Name one. You going backwards at CMFL. Ja, was sagst du jetzt, Figure? That's a good thing though, but it was forbidden. Caught in 4K. So let me quickly run some ads before the match that we have experience without them. And if it's your first time here, consider hitting the follow button. And hope the pick and ban will start very soon. I reach my hometown. Thunder and Lightning is here. Yeah, it's here as well. Okay, let's start with a pick and ban now for real. Shift versus GP Numelops in the winner bracket or in the upper bracket. Final. Whoever wins this match will qualify to the Trackmania World Championship Wildcard playoffs. GP Numelops comes into this event as seed number 2 after winning TMCL Season 2 and also doing a great performance in the first season. So they are the clear favorites, but Shift played very good on the first match and they have their strong map, so Servant Dive being banned again. I expect something like Edge again at the start, but I mean, Complex and Panda are also really good on those tech maps, so I could also really see them picking those maps away from Shift. The match is like it is alternate attacks, seed 1. And you can see their group in on the 30th of September or 31st. Or no, 31st of September does not exist. 1st of October. So Cosmos and Tempest being the first two picks. Tempest. Interesting map there to be picked. I really see something like Twisted being picked here by orcs. Yeah. And then I do see... I mean, Edge was really bad. Backflip was okay. Cosmos is already picked. Maybe Tubes even, but nah. I mean, Shift does not really have that many good maps left. Maybe really Valley. I think it should be Valley now. Valley should be their penultimate pick. Nah. Okay, it's Backflip. Interesting. No, they were seed 6, I think. Because it was Group F. You can see the seeds there, like, but I mean, we're Group B. Group F was played yesterday. They're not played in order. Kajika, did you predict? If so, I can do the payout myself. G-Force. And now it should be Valley. Like, this should be a Valley angle. Yeah, and Edge as a decider. Wow. That is the map pack. There you go. Let's go. Thank you so much for helping, Kanjika. Can we get some drakes and claps in the chat for Kanjika, who was really helpful. Also yesterday he helped out a lot, so thank you very much, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you, my man. Doing the prediction, changing the title, pinning the comments. Thank you very much, man. Like, I really appreciate that. And also, I really am helping himself. I know that Stormy wanted to help, but he had problems with his Twitch, so it did not work. So let's go into the match. GP Numelops versus Shift. Let's go. First map is Cosmos. A map that we have already seen, and Shift looked very strong on this map. This is not the pick from GP Numelops. They are the left team, so on Team Blue. They are the top seed of this group. Second seed overall. And let's go. I also see that, you know, we have the sanest TMCL player in here, Panda. I see this guy driving the one or another world record. Yeah, there's no globe spin today. There's no globe spin today, guys. Super sorry. We're gonna be casting today. Oh, NuPrime with a no slide. Does not go for the neo slide. And Complex with a jump makes that first mistake. Panda already leading by 10,000 hours. Probably as many hours as NuPrime and Imot have on those maps. Let me change the camera here to follow. Yeah, there you go. And let's go and see what Panda can do. Let's follow Panda because it's his round to lose. And let's go. But I mean, he plays now as well figure, so he has more than 40 hours. Alright, Panda on a good time here. I mean, I'm not sure if NuPrime and I think both of them did a small mistake. But let's see what Panda's time will be if he survives the identity. Looking clean. And there you go. Panda with a 114.15, setting the tone. Imot into the pole. No, NuPrime into the pole. Complex as well. So it will be a draw. It's a draw, 1-1. Starting things off on the first round. Let's go to the next round. NuPrime again with a very good start as well as Imot, but NuPrime hits again. But gets that line really good. Let's see what Complex does. He goes for the jump, and this jump is not really it. This is not good. This is one of my worst. Yeah, Stufz drives this map backwards. Imot right now leading the round though. So he does not feel impressed by Panda being behind him, but Panda with a very good line coming closer. This should be a good round. Oh, Imot also with a good approach, has a lot of speed, but Panda with a good approach here himself. And Imot still leading the round. This could be a victory for Imot and NuPrime, even an ace. But NuPrime hit as well, I think. No, he did not. NuPrime and Imot on first and second, and a 113.9 is also a very respectable time, to be honest. Shift goes into the lead. So very good time from Imot. They could win ork's pick. What a great round that was for Imot and NuPrime. 113 sets the tone. And now the no jump comes into play. Oh, you can see why you do not want to go for that. Imot showed us why. You can lose half a second if you just fall off there. But it's again Panda versus NuPrime. What a good line that is yet again from the German player. Oh, but he hesitates too much and does not go for the drift. So NuPrime is behind. And Panda now leads the round, but hits the wall there on that free wheel section. But what is happening? How is Complex almost on second? So, could be still 1 point. For Team Shift. But Complex goes for the attack. Imot again with good speed. And let's go into the identity for the third time. Good line there from Complex, but goes super wide in the exit. And will make that mistake. So that's a draw. Another draw by the looks of it. NuPrime with more speed, but no, he will not overtake Complex. That's a victory instead. I thought that he would respawn ahead. But that wasn't the case. 3-5 it is. Still a super close map. Let's go to the next round. Oh, we see the first mistake already. Panda, the sanest TMCL player with a mistake. Complex goes for the jump, and it's not faster. Yeah. NuPrime and Imot leading the round. No mistake here. NuPrime now gets it really good. And this could be another close round coming into play. But Complex not with the best entry into that turn combination. And Imot and NuPrime will overtake. Complex also a fine tech player. And very consistent player to say the least. But what a round do we have here. It's so close. Only 0.2 of a second. How is Panda even in there? How the hell is Panda even playing a role in this round? He is 0.2 behind. Anyway, NuPrime and Imot could get another ace, and this looks good. Very good lines there, and they will do it. 114.02 from NuPrime. He shines through, and Imot also with a 0.9 or 0.10 it was. So that's another ace. Shift 8, orks 3. Another ace. Orks so bad? Yeah, they are. They are, Mirko. Copium. Of course, that was only... No, orks. I'll probably show you something different on the next map. No, but NuPrime and Imot do play very strong. Right now in Complex, some of the best start. And Complex still goes for the jump there. So that is not that good. And Shift only needs first and third position. Yeah, orks is first seat, so they picked it. So let's see what happens. Panda in the lead, but what a great race that is right now. High class trackmania action here, ladies and gentlemen. It is NuPrime. Still behind Panda with a good approach. Yeah, look how much speed he gathered around that section here. Will go into the water. Good approach there as well. But again, NuPrime with such a good cancellation of his icy or like watery slide, let's say like that. And he can still push for first position. He does it. Panda still leading. Not the best approach. NuPrime has more speed, but he will slide out. And it will be the victory for GP Numelops, even the ace. Panda with a 0.79. What is going on here in this match? This is high voltage trackmania action. The times are so fast. Like for real. Both teams playing so good. Really good time. 1:13.7, the fastest time that I've witnessed so far on this map. By Panda. And we see the first player going into the wall. It's NuPrime. And since it was also freewheel, he has lost a lot of speed, so already 1.5 seconds behind. Shift is in dire need of at least 1 point to force a final round. Panda again on a good time. He's 0.5 ahead. I mean, Complex went for the jump, but still he's so far ahead of everyone else. Question is, will we see a new record or not? If someone can do it, then it's Panda. He drove so many TMCL records and also world records, online world records in the last 2 TMCL seasons. And he right now is ahead. Imot again with a low speed, and he will go up to second place. Panda long gone. The question is, what time will it be from Panda? Imot with a mistake. We will have an ace here, but what time is Panda doing? A 1:13.9 again. Imot overtakes Complex, who had to respawn. NuPrime with a mistake, so this will be the victory, and we will have one more round. It's 9-8. Never mind. We have also the outcome of an overtime, whilst it being 10-10. So very good time yet again from Panda. Shift in need of a draw. A victory against them would result into overtime. But Complex not catching the gear, and also does not make that jump here that clean. So Complex always limits himself just at the start already of participating in this round. Panda needs first place, and they also need to rely on a mistake from either NuPrime or Imot, because first and third is the only outcome for orks to force overtime. If NuPrime gets first, everything is fine, and he's also on a great time right now. He's 0.3 ahead of Panda and also gets a very good exit out of that Watery slide. He's 0.6 ahead. What time is NuPrime on? He has made a small blunder that lost 0.15 there. But NuPrime will win the round. And it's a 114.11. Shift takes home map 1. I also thought it was a sub 114. Very, very nice first map. So let's go to Shift's pick, which is Tempest. A map where they have clutched out and won 10-9 against Xerar and Arthaniir. So they know how to perform here under pressure. And it's their pick, it's their first pick. They won on orKS pick, so great performance from Shift. Let's see what the first round on this map has to offer. Good line from Complex, going super inside to exit the ice set early, but he will sacrifice the gear for that. So Complex losing speed. Imot and NuPrime first and second place. Very good start. Their starts looked a bit clunky on those first couple of rounds here when we have spectated them, but now NuPrime with a triple respawn. Imot in the lead. Also gets a very good exit around that corner. Panda on second, Complex on third. And it's Imot. Like quite dominant in the lead. Like quite a lot, so you love to see that. Also here hits the checkpoint accordingly, gets it off the booster. And goes for another ice 360. Over that quarter pipe, landing again, very clean. Panda on second place, being 0.3 behind, but Imot with a very clean identity here wins the round with a good time himself, 109.10. Panda and Complex on second and third, both driving PB. And NuPrime on fourth. It's 1-1. Another good time. I've seen 108s from Shift. But Complex and Panda, not with the best round here at the start. I mean, it was okay, but they were also capitalizing from, I think it was NuPrime's, no, Imot's mistake. So this can happen. Oh, and that is a good start from all players. Panda and NuPrime hand in hand in the lead. Panda with a good approach there as well. Will almost go to inside there to the flag, but is able to recoup and will not touch the wall. So very, very nicely done from the orKS Grand Portier player in ork, where also that is located, where also Gamers Assembly takes place every year. And I also attended that event twice. Panda was also there. That's where I met him for the first time when he still played for M&M Gaming. And I had a nice talk. He's such a nice guy. And that is certainly not a good identity from Imot. And Panda will also overtake NuPrime there in the ending. 0.06 of a second. Complex on third and Imot completely in the mud, one could say. So there you go. It's 3-2. orKS now have to win the opponent's map pick. But Shift also had good times on those maps. I mean, they drove 108. I think we have seen a 0.9 from Imot, if I recall it correctly. Yeah, 0.97. NuPrime also did a 0.14. So they have a good personal best or online personal best on those maps or match PBs. one could say. And also NuPrime here with a very good start, finding himself in the lead yet again. And with his first small mistake, being 1 second behind, also struggles with the ice. So we lose gradually time over that corner. It's a fight between Panda, Complex, and NuPrime for that first place. Oh, Complex struggles with the gear, and this could cost him that third position as well. But Imot had to respawn himself. But let's focus on that fight for first. Panda, how did he not clip the slow-mo block there on top? Oh, what a clean identity from Panda here. Oh, but he... Oh, no. Panda, what are you doing? He had it. He would have been ahead, actually. He would have been ahead. He would have been ahead. But it's 4-3. No one really ran away with big points here so far. Only orKS with a victory. But we had 2 draws as well, and now it looks to be a good round. For Shift. Because they're already leading from the get-go. Oh, Panda, very inside. Oh, his rotation was not good. He cancelled it too early. And look at that, how much this costs you. This is not good. Imot and NuPrime really clean on this map. They did a lot of mistakes on this first play day on the semifinal. But now, maybe they needed that pressure to perform. And they are on first and second. Panda is chasing them down. No, Complex, I mean Panda did the mistake. Complex jumping so far to the left there, has to readjust. And this could be the ace for Shift, and what an upset this could be if Shift goes into the lead here. And they will do it. 1:23 and 0.39. Good times as well, so 6-4 for Shift. Who would have thought that Shift would take that, maybe that first seed? I mean, we only are on map 2, but still, this looks very good for them so far. I mean, I expected that that orKS would win map 1, but Shift off to a great start here into the match, one could say. But it's far from over. We still have a lot of maps to be played. So surely orKS can bounce back from that. And hello Chris, what's up? Hello, hello. And everybody else in the chat, feel greeted and hugged. Nice that you're all here today. I really appreciate it. Imot gets away with it. And he still finds himself in the battle. Oh, but had to adjust. If he had tapped more, he would have hit the flag. And if he had released, he would have slid out. So, would have been sliding out. I think that's how you say it. He would have slided out. Yeah. So there you go. Panda and Complex, first and second, and they will go into the lead again. They have 4 seconds of a gap. Yeah, slit. It's slide, slit, slit, yeah. That's why you always want to use the ing form. So then you don't have to worry about a wrong past tense form. So that's counter ace. And orKS with track point if they get another ace. Shift looks wrong. Let's see what they can do in this round. Very important round for both teams. Coming closer to that 10-point threshold. Everyone holds the gear here accordingly before the first identity or taste of the identity. It's Imot. Oh, not with a good eye slide. I think he slid out. Yes, he did. He had to respawn, and Complex and Panda are on first and second. So there you go. It's their round to lose. But NuPrime goes for the attack. Complex with an awkward line, but it still worked out for him. NuPrime goes into the lead temporarily, but Panda and Complex have more speed. This will be very close in the identity here. Complex still a bit behind. But we see one last round if NuPrime is able to snipe away 1 point. Complex with a lot of speed. NuPrime into the lead he goes. Overtaking both players when he needed it the most. What an ending from NuPrime. What a great snipe that was. What a sick round yet again. Wow, wow, wow. 8-7 it is. And now Shift can also close it out with an ace. And even with a victory. One more winner in the next couple of rounds would have a winner on this map. Good start from NuPrime. Panda and Complex are behind. Complex did not get the best start. Oh, Imot gets a good gear change. Panda with a mistake. But also Imot did not get the best exit of that turn, but only lost a couple of hundreds due to that. Will Shift win this map here as well? They already won against Xerar and Arthaniir 10-9, but I think it's not meant to be. Imot on third. Barely got the checkpoint, but Complex still has to survive the identity here. Complex jumps so far to the left, has to readjust. Imot is still in there, and Complex not with the best jump, but he still stays ahead. Almost clipped the hole. It's 9-9. Also, Boney, thank you so much for your resub, by the way. 92 minutes ago. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. So I'm with a first mistake. Yesterday's matches were also really good. So if you have not watched that group, make sure to do it. The matches were really nice. I also casted the matches. It was very nice to do. What is going on here? Oh no. Oh no. What is that round? I mean, Imot is still in there. Complex does not get the gear. Panda with the respawn. Hey! They're doing it! They're doing it, guys! Shift will win the map! There you go! 1:14 winning time! That's a good round if I've ever seen one. Oh my god, what was that round? 12-9. 12-9 it is. And we go to map 3. Orcs down. 2 maps. And we go to one of Shift's best maps. Wow, 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 guys. What a match are we witnessing? Oh god. Let's go into the next rounds. Into the next map on this one. Let's go, let's go. Okay, let's see. Race starting. Shift to GP Numelops 0. And Twisted is one of the best maps for Shift. So let's see. Good luck, good luck. Shift with a great performance, and Panda already with the first mistake. Imot and NuPrime off to a great start. First and third place for them. Complex not too far behind though. Complex also played the, maybe you guys remember the 4 weekends. I always want to emphasize that because it was a 2+ minute endurance tech map and he performed so well on that. So he's able to perform tech under pressure and doesn't know how to do those turns. Thank you, Complex. Thank you very much. I did not want to jinx you, but Went a bit too inside there, so Complex is out of this round. NuPrime and Imot are leading. What is going on? Did imagine orcs getting second seed? Oh lord. NuPrime and Imot first and second. 105.32 is the winning time. And it's 3-0. Ace to start things off. Wow, wow, wow. What a round. What a round, guys. So let's see. Round number 2. It's Panda and Complex. Now with a good start. The repetitive slide. Really important to also go very tight around that corner. Complex is in there as well. Panda with a good start himself. Imot on 3rd position. And we have NuPrime on last, but overtakes his teammate. Complex jumping there a little bit. The first taste of the Tempest here. It's being cleared nicely by every player except Imot. So he is on last position. Complex also making a small mistake. So he's behind. And we have Panda in the lead. NuPrime on 2nd place. Complex on 3rd. Good speed from Imot. And he overtakes Complex, who did a mistake. So Imot on that 3rd position. Panda on 1st. Will he hold? NuPrime had good identities in the past. And he will show that again. A very good line from NuPrime. And he will overtake Panda here in the ending for the victory for Shift. Guys, what am I witnessing here? Shift 5, GP Numelops 1. And what an ending. And thank you so much, Tim, for the raid. I really appreciate it. Guys, you just joined in time. Shift leads 2-0 against GP Numelops in the winner bracket final of the Wildcard group stage. I hope you had a good stream. Thank you so much for the raid. And, well, Shift on their way to qualify to the Wildcard playoffs that eventually lead to the World Championship Groupstage. So, who would have thought that? You can also see the pick order in the pinned comments. And NuPrime and Imot do play really good here. Will they win on Orc's 2nd pick as well? This is absolutely mind-boggling right now. I would have not expected. I remember, I think SRK was asking in his stream, like, what kind of upset I would love to see. And I said, yo, I think Shift will perform good. I think that they maybe get seconds, but that they are in contention for 1st seed, I did not expect that. I mean, they still have to win one more map after that if they take this one home. But the times are good here. 105s. Again, it's 8-1. It's 8-1. What? Oh god. Wow. But hello everybody. Welcome, welcome. Also thanks for the follows. I really appreciate the follows, guys. I will be covering almost all of the wildcard matches. So if you do not want to miss out on any of them, make sure to hit the follow button. And also make sure to check out Spam. One of my favorite Trackmania streamers. Probably the most important streamer for us in the Trackmania community. Because he streamed when no one was streaming Trackmania. He's the backbone of our community. So thank you so much, Spam, for the rates. And also Patrick, welcome and thank you. Oh, Imot with a mistake. And Complex on 3rd. So it looks to be like a victory for Orcs, but still 1 point for Team Shift would already be huge. 1 point would already be very, very good for them in this kind of point constellation. NuPrime takes it. Panda with a 104.3. Why not? Very good time. Victory. Orcs in need of 2 aces in a row. Let's go, let's go. Very nice time. Okay, the first mistake has already happened. I thought for a second it was Complex. What? What is he doing? He just trusts in his teammates. Dude, that is a Giga Chat move from NuPrime. I mean, they only need 1 point, but... Oh god. Wait, I get another rate. Listen, aufpassen, no fake rates. Oh my god, the NuPrime. He doesn't even play. He doesn't even play, but Complex with a good line. Imot needs a good amount of speed and he will take it. It's 3-0 in favor for Shift. I'm gonna check the chat. XD. Make it quick, they even said. Wow, okay, well. Okay. Oh my god, Shift up 3 maps. Wow. Wow, guys. Let's go to map number 4, which is backflip. Oh god. Everything can happen on this map. Wait, no one redeemed first so far. Other matches ended? Okay. Okay. I mean, that was kind of expected, but... Let's go to backflip. Let's go to backflip. Guys, spam some daily quests. Spam some good vibes in the chat. We have a pause. I'm actually interested what happens now. Why is there a pause? I'm concerned. I mean, yeah, it's kind of match... Why is there a pause? No pause then? Pause please, okay. Dude, so many people are here. Daily quests? Is the daily quest really a subscription, Aeona? Thank you. Thank you for the sub. Thank you very much, and enjoy the emotes and the founder badge. I appreciate that support. Thank you. Thank you. So we have a pause. Not sure what Shift is doing. Maybe they need some more practice on this map. Add time now. Oh, let's we had ad time just before the spam rate, so I'm not gonna go for ads now. I'll not go for some now. Daily quest to yo Isaac. Thanks for the resub as well. Thank you. Right now there's September, so if you want to support your favorite content creator, maybe even me, a sub is discounted, so consider supporting your favorite streamers. Just to let you know, it's 20% off. But hey, we resumed the match. Let's go into round number 1 on backflip. I'm a sub to Pokey. Hey, that's fair. Okay, Imot and NuPrime struggled a lot with the start, but now they are surviving it. Last round, they did not survive it. Or last match, and now they're doing that. Oh, good speed from Imot. Look at that, coming closer to both Complex and Panda here, going super wide, and goes into the lead with that. NuPrime not too far behind either. He's on his way to overtake Complex, who goes for some backflips. Not those uncontrolled backflips, dude, as if this is gonna be a 4-0 for Shift. What is going on? What is going on with Panda and Complex? Didn't they win the first match in 17 rounds? Ain't no way. Okay, respawn from NuPrime. Respawn from Panda. Respawn from Complex. NuPrime is clean with it. I'm with a new PB. And we have an ace. 108 is also a good time on this map. It's 3-0 for Shift. It's 3-0 for Shift. Both Panda and Complex did not finish. Oh my god. What am I seeing here? I thought this group would be, like, not boring, but that shift would be up 3-0. I did not expect that. NuPrime and Imot do play the match of their lives. And also, again, Imot goes so wide there to get so much speed around that corner. So, there you go. It's first, second for shift again. As if this is gonna happen, guys. Oh, wow. I'm actually mad impressed by that. I mean, Complex and Panda do some mistakes in those rounds as well. But also NuPrime and Imot with good times on those previous maps as well. Okay, NuPrime with a respawn. Imot will go for the first place. Complex on second. Panda on third because NuPrime failed to go in a straight line. But still 1 point for his team. Wait, are the odds 1 in 13? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, and we have 2 slide outs. 3 slide outs. Panda, Complex, Imot. All respawned. Dude, all of them respawned. Complex tapping the brake too early. Slides out himself. Imot on second, being 8 seconds behind his teammate. Oh. What is happening? Like, this is one of the upsets that I did not expect. Like, on my way to back home after my bike ride, I was like, okay, who's gonna win today? I was like, okay, orks and shift. Like, orks surely 4-0ing every team, but that they're all 3 behinds. And now also on this map 7-1. I did not expect that. 1:16, those are not good times by any means. It's 10 seconds away from the world record. And yo, Coco, congrats, man, for qualifying. Congrats, man. Love to that you have done it, because I have the feeling that you were quite unlucky on LAN events all along. So lovely to see that you have made it. Okay, next round could be the last one if Shift gets that ace. Complex and Panda off to a great start. But even 1 point for Shift would be great, to be honest. Oh, but NuPrime hits the inside there, and now Panda and Complex first and second. That's what they are in dire need of. They are hungry, but Panda hits there, and this is not a good way to hit because you have to double respawn because you cannot make that speed check. Panda throwing away the ace, and this is not good. Complex also with a conservative line. Imot in the lead. NuPrime has maybe good speed. Complex does not go for the respawn. He respawns now. NuPrime will take it. Shift beats GP Numelops 4-0. There's no way. Nah, dude. No way. What is going on? What? Yesterday we talked about the biggest upsets. I think this might be a big upset as well. Wow. What a great performance from Shift as well. I mean, orks lacked on consistency on this map. Obviously, yes, they did. But also, Shift played so well on map 1, 2, and 3. For real. What a great performance that was. GG. However, orcs can still qualify to the wildcard playoffs of the Trackmania World Championship 2023 because there's one more match that will take place between Panda and Complex and Arthaniir and Xerar, and it will happen in just a couple of minutes. So this will be great. I mean, EC, or like how are they called? ICJ, I think, right? I'm just gonna call the players like that. Not Easy Dream, of course. They're playing someone else. Yeah, there you go. IJC. Dude, I'm Ici Japon Corp versus GP Numelops. The last match of the day. Yeah, they have to do another matchup. I think we have a small break. And I mean, we can maybe just rewatch the trailer from an event that I will be partaking in. It's Tom's Pathfinding Cup. Maybe you guys have seen that one already, but there was a fun video that has been made, so we can watch that in the meantime. Yeah, so that might be a good idea. So this will return very soon, so I want to watch that again. I've already done it, but it's a very fun competition that I have been playing, and I'm also in this video. So there you go. Maybe you're gonna laugh a bit. Oui. Dude, this clip was 2 years ago when I played his map for the first time. The haircut, yeah, the haircut was great, no? More like a bowl cut that I've had there. Yannick's overtook Xerar there in the end. Dude, NuPrime, what the hell just happened? Can we have an interview, NuPrime? Yeah, so Hazard being a bit lucky yet again. How are you feeling, NuPrime? Like, the maps were so nice, but also so heartbreaking sometimes. Funny your prize pool?
I got you, homie.
The other kill kid has gifted a sub to NuPrime.
So there you go. That's the cup. And the cup will, or the video will end off with a very nice note here, actually. Always remember, guys. Look at my hair there. Okay, so the competition. Bro. Guys, make sure to join Tom's Discord. I will be casting this competition. I will be playing this competition, and I will also travel to Tom and casting the final together, all at his place. So make sure to join the Discord, and I hope you guys will be there or laugh at me in the Twitch chat. And also, I booked my plane ticket to Comic-Con Baltics yesterday. No, wait, some other day. Wait, it's already starting. Okay, very nice. Yeah, if you're in the final, I will not play. I did not play then. But I booked my plane ticket to Lithuania 2 days ago. No, 3 days ago. 2 days ago. So I will be going there as well. So that's very nice. Still have to book the hotel. We're gonna do that. So I hope that I meet you guys there as well. But overlap the time. And let's see who will take the last spot in this group, in Group B of the Trackmania World Championship Wildcard. If I make it fine, I will not play. I'm not sure if I can link it. Let me quickly check if it's already up. Yeah, okay. That's the video here. There you go. Oh. So make sure to like it and subscribe to Tom. He's a great guy. So there you go. I hope this made your day just a bit better. But go and predict. We have one more map and match. One more match. Yeah, the trailer is really good. Okay, we have Dive as a ban. What other map is a ban? That's the question. So also look at the logos. They're so similar. Squid versus Squid. Yeah, you could call it the Squid Games. I was also very surprised when I saw it on Wikipedia. Because it's not Ascent anymore. Where Arthaniir and Xerar played in beforehand. So very similar logos. So there you go. Dive and Tubes are the bans. Cosmos, Edge, Twisted and Valley have been picked so far. Both teams still have 2 picks to go. And it's Surf. Oh, Surf. Usually has been banned in the matches. Dive and Surf were the bans. You see Tempest and Backflip now in there. So there you go. Keep in mind. Arthaniir and Xerar lost 4-3 against Shift. So Ici Japon Corp Esport versus orKS Grand Portier Numelops will start now. Panda and Complex versus Xerar and Arthaniir. The last match from Group B of the Trackmania World Championship Wildcard. Backflip decider, yeah, yet again. Here we go again, Panda and Complex. Let's go. Let's go, let's go. I'm quickly running some ads actually, just before the match starts, that we have a match without ads. It was a bit too late, but I hope that is still fine for you guys. Better than in a very decisive round, which could happen and happened already in the past, so. Also, Overkill Kid, thank you for the sub gift, by the way. Wait, why am I a short break? Wait, what the fuck? Why don't you guys tell me that I'm in short break? Yek. Hello? Was I really in short break? Wait, how? How did I change that? I didn't realize. How long was it in short break, guys? Huh? What the hell? We're in long break. Like a few seconds. Okay. 20 seconds. Okay, I just missed, like, I'm not sure. I did not even click that. That was interesting. So I'm sorry for that. Maybe I misclicked there because I did something on my stream deck. Maybe because of my glasses or something like that. So I'm sorry for that, but we are starting with a match now. So there you go. Sorry guys. So Panda and Complex versus Arthaniir and Xerar. It's a good line from Panda, and he leads by so much here. Look at that. They are on first place. And also keep in mind, one TMCL team will not make it to the World Championship already. That's already confirmed. Or like to the World Championship playoffs. Group stage. Group stage. It is. Panda on a great time. And there you go. Will win the round with a 114.53. Xerar and Arthaniir are ahead of Complex, so it's a 1-1. There you go. Let's go to round number 2. Oh, good start from Panda again, gathering so much speed. And Panda still in the lead. Does not go for the jump. And Xerar and Arthaniir again. Not off to the best start, but also Complex struggled a lot with the start because he goes for the jump. But Panda, like, what is he doing again? That's the Panda that we know of from the Challenger League. Now it's it's also a team that is very strong. But I mean, maybe, like, I mean, orcs picked their group, so they played against Shift because they picked that team. And there you have it. It will most likely be another draw. But the question is, what time is Panda on? Panda off to a massive start on this map. Good line there as well. And another 114 low. Complex overtakes Arthaniir for 3rd place. And it's the first victory for orcs GP Numelops. So that looks good so far. Of course, it's far from being over, right? Oh, and the first mistake being done by Complex just before the jump that he opts for. Xerar on first, Arthaniir on second, Panda on third after a wonky start himself. He's now behind. Oh, Arthaniir has to readjust, had to release. And as you realize, he lost a lot of speed due to that, so he's on 3rd position. Temporarily has a bit more speed and a good approach in this corner here as well. Panda goes for a very inside drift to set himself up nicely for that drift here as well. So Panda on second, Xerar on first, also on a great time right now. Could be another 114. And could be a drawn out situation. And yes, it will be. It will be 4-4 now. Close match yet again. Wow. Whew. Dude, how should I survive 14 hours of casting on the 30th? Dude, I definitely need a co-caster. So if you guys want to cast some matches with me on Saturday the 30th of September, make sure to type 1 in chat. No, everyone will type 1. Yeah, like 14 hours. There's TMCL. TMCL I'm saying. Wildcard events and also TMFL. But I would be really down to maybe cast with some of you guys. Because I will not survive that. Because one group is at like so late. Oh, a Lufok cast would be great actually. Casting with Lufok would be great actually. So Panda and Complex now leading. That's what I expected them to do as well. So could be the first ace of this match. Arthaniir and Xerar also too far behind to make some damage, to come back with pace. And Complex also with a good time, 114.28. Ace and track point for orks. Okay. 7-4. Xerar and Arthaniir in need of 3 consecutive victories to force overtime. Preferably they get an ace in this round. Xerar goes for the jump. You land on plastic, so that's why you slow down a lot, because your car slides, and you can also see Panda will have a better approach in this corner. So he will overtake due to that. Oh, Xerar with a wide approach. Still worked out in his way. But it's Panda still leading the round. Complex on 4th position right now. A draw would be still okay for orks. IJC wants a bit more than that, so... Oh, that was a costly mistake. Hits some plastic and bounces back and forth. And Panda will win the round if he does not fail the identity. Looking good. Panda will survive it. With another one, 14. This time a point 12. Also good time from Xerar there, only being 0.34 behind, so 8-5. orks look strong to win their first map. Dude, orks 2nd seed. I mean, they still have a lot of time then to practice, but orks could create a very, very unpleasant match. Because the playoffs will also work with a pick system where the top seed, like let's say Attacks wins their group and getting first, they can then pick from, I think, the 2nd places and can decide who they want to play against. So they wouldn't... I mean, they could also play against orks, yes, to maybe knock them out. But, I mean, I'm not 1000% sure how that works. But I understood it like that the first seed, or like the first place from each group, will pick an opponent. Maybe SRK or anyone else who has extensively read the rulebook can confirm that. And if orks get 2nd seed, they will then get picked into a match. So the lowest seed, which could be Shift maybe, could play again against each other. Now Complex with a mistake, Panda in the lead. And Complex lost a lot of time with that. So Panda has a 0.7 SSPB. And there you go, very clean. Arthaniir cannot match the pace. Another great time. I wish I know how to read. Wow. 9-6. The reverse, nice. And it's track point yet again. Only a victory or even a defeat is required for orks to win this map. So very good times yet again. 114 low. It's quite fast. Complex with the first mistake. Panda going for the no jump, and as you can see, it's faster due to the approach afterwards. Panda only needs 2nd place. That looks quite good for him so far, because he's in that battle for 1st place even. Ah, okay. Okay, I did not know that they cannot pick the same team. I mean, okay. So then there's some consolations that only 2 teams are left in the end. From maybe the same group. Like, this is super complicated then. Reminds me of this Champions League drawing. Or maybe I'll just overcomplicate it right now in my head. But there you go, orks will win map 1. Very good performance from Panda. And also a good time in the end, another 0.20. So it's 10-7. orks 1, IJC 2, 3, 4, 0. 0, guys, not 2. They got 1 point. I'm just kidding. So next map is Edge. Definitely a cool map, RPG style. Has a lot of cool elements in there. We've already seen Xerar and Arthaniir performing on this map. So I really like this map here. One of my favorites. Together with Twisted, I would say. Twisted, Edge, and Tempest must be my favorite maps. If I have to name a top 3. If org loses this match, they're out for TMCL next year? That is actually a good question. I'm not sure how the relegation works per se in TMCL, to be honest. But in TMGL it works a bit different. I think that's where the top 8 from World Championship will go through. From the World Championship. I think that's only decided by that. The bottom 2 at TMCL are at risk. That's true. So IJC, they were 07. And I think Easy Dream also did not play the best season, if I recall it correctly. They were also only on 7th position with 1 win. I mean, orks was 6th in the regular season, right? But it was super close between between 2nd and 6th. But TMGL is decided by World Cup results. World Championship results. I got it so good. World Championship. World Championship. My god. Like, it happens when you all write WC. It's your fault, chap. Yeah, they got first in groups in stage 2. But they still lost their match 4-0. There's only a TMCL promo relegation, yes. But TMGL is invite only. That is correct. Oh, and Arthaniir and Xerar, first and second. And they look to win this round. Quite convincingly. Nah, there's still a different relegation happening in for TMCL. I think those things will be sorted out eventually. That's not something to worry right now. We first have World Cup and... Well, bro, I literally said it so often now, and now I still say World Cup again. It's incredible. I'm so damaged from football. World Championship. My god, dude. It was a long day. But there you go. Another no set happened. Panda is behind. I'm confused. Guys, we can maybe jump into the rulebook at some point. Hello, Mama.
Hi.
Why is he? TMCL is determined by the wildcard result. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. No, all good, Oris. I think this helps. Because this map is... I mean, now this round is quite interesting, so let's go into the round, actually. But let's read through that, and I think this is also in a lot of other people's interest. How the World Championship will influence the result. 106 winning time. Xerar and Arthaniir taking that ace. Okay. Okay. The 4 best performing teams in the World Championship will qualify for the Trackmania Challenger League in 2024. Okay. So there you have it. So there will be 4 instead of 2 teams then. So like 10 teams will probably be in there. by the looks of it. So it seems like 8 TMGL and 10 TMCL teams. Yes. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. But yeah, so if IJC loses this match, they're out of TMCL. Right? That should be correct, no? So does then Shift have a good opportunity to qualify? I mean, they already jumped a significant step closer now. But I mean, right now, Panda and Complex not looking that good on this map. World Championship doesn't factor into it? I think it does. I mean, World Championship does. So it only affects the 2 lowest ranked teams. So they're in the pool, and then the 8 teams with global points from EU region, the 2 best ranked teams from APAC region, then MEA region. So they're all in the pool. And then from those teams, the 4 best teams who perform in the World Championship will make it into the Challenger League. Yeah. Well, I read World Championship and not World Cup, so hey. Like, I really tried to get rid of this because, you know, like, I always said World Cup due to the event, I think, was called like that one time. And also, of course, you have the World Cup in football. So I try my best to not say it anymore. But I think everyone has that. But if it's like WC, I'll most likely say that. Okay, Cam is chatting. Cam is typing. Paul Champ. Yeah, I will show. Okay. Ah, never mind. Ah, Sag. But guys, as I said, I will travel to Lithuania at the end of October. Thought that it could show you something. Okay, now we have orKS versus IJC. We're driven away a bit from the matches here. Panda and Complex look quite strong on this map. They were a bit wonky on the identity, but Xerar and Arthaniir also lost against Shift on this map. Yeah, the World Championship does mean a lot for the relegation, because the bottom 2 teams are in danger of getting relegated. Oh, nice identity from Xerar. So again, all teams, the 2 lowest challenger teams, the 8 teams with the most points, global ranking, APAC region, MEA region, and NCSA region, top 2 teams, they can qualify to the Challenger League. And that 4 teams of those teams will make it. And the World Championship ranking matters. So, I hope that this is clear now. But anyway, let's go into the next round again. I'm just trying to explain you that, guys, because it's not that hard to get. Should make sense. But there you go. So this looks to be a draw if the score stays like that. Arthaniir off to a good entry into the identity. And it's Xerar who's still ahead of Complex. So that's a draw. Panda with a great time of 0.70, fighting himself on first. Alright, alright. Next round, round number 3. orKS still in the lead after that victory in round number 1. Complex with a great start here. Wow, and also Panda with an inside line coming closer here to Arthaniir. Even overtakes him with a good trajectory, but Complex clipping. So he's out of this round here for now. If he does not get a good identity, he will most likely be on last position. But it looks to be another draw if Panda stays there. Arthaniir on seconds. He's 0.2 away. Panda jumping. Oh, but still stays on first place. He was on a great time. So it's 4-3. Ooh, 4-3 now. Very wonky round yet again. Oh, Arthaniir with the first mistake of the round. And hello, Vabus, by the way. Welcome. Oh, Complex, what are you doing? I think a respawn would have been better there in this case, but nah, maybe it's too far back. I mean, it's not a long section there, so that looks to be fine. Arthaniir on third. Panda overtakes Xerar in the meantime. Map 3 out of 7. Xerar with an overdrift, but it doesn't matter because Complex is too far behind to make some damage. Panda will get first. Xerar with a fail on the entry. And Arthaniir and Xerar will get second and third. Panda with a good time at 0.62. Very nice. And it's another draw. Another draw has happened. It looks to be a good map for orcs, but also IJC not falling too far behind. So that is not too bad for them so far. But they need to get at least a victory. I mean, they have 4 points. An ace would be very good for them in this round because they would go up to 7 points and then have a map point themselves. But very important round. I mean, IJC, their TMC alive, is endangered. Complex with a respawn. Arthaniir in the leads. This looks to be a promising round for the Japanese French orc. It's Panda still behind. He had good identities in the past. I think I smell another draw if Panda gets around, but Eclipse, oh, Xerar will close in. Did not get the best apex. Panda is getting overtaken though. Who has more speed in the identity? Wow, what a great drift from Xerar, and they will take the ace. IJC into the lead. They could go into the lead here if they get another ace. No, it's the World Championship. The World Championship is what we're referring to, the World Cup, if one could say that. But it's called World Championship and not World Cup. So I want to get rid of this. And you guys should also try to try to do that. Yeah, they look very similar. I agree. Now Panda and Complex have to perform. They need to preferably get the victory here. Zuzi would like those logos. Oh, good line from Panda. He's on a great time. He's 0.5 ahead. Arthaniir not with a good drift. Complex with a good approach. Arthaniir into the wall, and this will be the counter ace for orcs. So far behind. Let's see the time from Panda. Not the best ending, but still a 104.5, even though his ending wasn't that good. 8-7. 8-7 orcs in need of one more first and third position. Oh, Complex survives the start. Panda already long gone. I have no idea how this guy is already so fast. He's 0.4 ahead of his opponents. The sanest TMCL player is back, ladies and gentlemen. Good line there as well. Wow. Extending his lead to 0.6 of a second. What did Panda have for breakfast today? That is just an absolutely great round from Panda. Let's see. Will he do it again? Will this be a new world record and maybe the first sub 104 here? He's very far in front. I do not know the checkpoints, but the run looked just super clean. So let us see what time this will be if he survives that. Yes, that is good speed as well. What time will it be? A 104.4, so not that fast. I thought it was a bit faster, but still a very, very respectable time from Panda. Very, very nice. There's only one more point needed for orcs. They just have to replicate a first position. I mean, Panda had good starts in the past. Now Xerar has a good Arthaniir with a respawn. So that's already the nail to the coffin. He goes for the double respawn even. And that is not good, because second and third is enough for orcs to win this map. And usually a respawn does not happen that often on this map. So there you have it. Map 3 goes to orcs. It's 2-1. And map 4 will be Valley. Did I say... Like, my favorite maps are Edge, Twisted, and Valley. Did I say Tempest instead of Twisted? Yuck. Twisted is a very cool map. We will have a lot of close fights on this map. You said Tempest, I meant Twisted. But Tempest is also cool. Tempest will be the penultimate map. Okay, let's go to Valley. As the penultimate pick from team IJC. They also picked Tempest. And after that we're gonna have Surf. So we're definitely gonna see Surf. That we have not seen today. Was always a ban. Let's see what happens. Let's quickly snooze the ads. Because the map has started. And Panda with a great start. Panda and Complex could eventually make it. But I mean, Shift just played very well, to be honest, on the first 3 maps. On Backflip they were a bit lucky, yes they were, but still a solid performance. And I mean, a 4-0... You're not lucky if you win 4-0. That's for sure, to be honest. Panda and Complex did not play bad. Maybe they could have done better, yeah. But that's not a good identity from Complex. Complex with the respawn. Panda survives it. Xerar in the lead. And he will win the round. Very, very clean ending as well. This could be a sub 109. Nope, it's not. Still a very clean identity. Arthaniir with severe problems. Panda on second. Complex on third. Arthaniir survives it now. Belgian player. With like a lot of respawns there. So not that good for him. But still his teammate got him covered. So it is at least 1 point for them. Now we have the next round. Round number 2. Panda. Oh, very, very risky approach, and this did not work out in his favor. Xerar and Arthaniir with a very, very huge gap to work with. And also Complex failing the long jump into the valley. So they have a very comfortable lead to work with. It looks like Arthaniir and Xerar will win this round. Oh my god, Arthaniir, what are you doing? Ooh, that was close. And Xerar on first. Arthaniir with a lot of speed into the ending. And that's 4-1. Will we see the next upset? There will probably be there's always one upset in every group. I hope this will continue like that. I hope it does continue. So that is Trackmania Esports. Ladies and gentlemen. Now, Panda and Complex have a good start, but just when I think about that, it's Complex with a mistake. Oi, oi, oi. We could definitely see map number 6 here. If IJC takes home this map. We were treated with good matches today. Oh, Panda with a slowdown. Did not exit the bug slide accordingly. And will also jump almost against the block there. And it's Xerar leading. Arthaniir on second. Panda with a lot of speed, but I think he goes too wide, so he will not be able to overtake. Oh, Xerar barely staying ahead of Panda. And that is another ace for the French-Japanese org. 7-1 on Tempest. But still a close round. Orcs need to make something happen. Else this map will... or this map already slipped out of their hands. They need to make something in this round. Complex already 0.2 behind. Make it 0.3. Oh, and that is also not a good line from Complex there. Going into the woods. But was able to get away with it somehow. So he's only 0.4 away from the others. Let's see how the free camera looks like here. Boah. Hey. Nyong. Kinda wicked, ain't it? Whee. Okay, enough of that. Arthaniir on last. But he got good speed, but will not make that jump. Xerar in first. And yes, he will stay there. Even though Complex has good speed. But that did not help him. To go through. Also Arthaniir ahead of Panda. 9-2. 3 aces in a row, or like 2 aces in a row. And also a victory in the round after that is required. Wow, wow, wow. Imagine GP Numelops not qualifying for the World Championship. Raptors not on the list. Are they top 8? Top 8 EU? They should be, right? They have the top 8 most global points, right? I mean, Raptors look really strong, I agree. They were really good. They are 9th. Oof. Ui. Arthaniir with a respawn. Xerar just has to stay ahead. of either Panda or Complex. And he does it with ease. Look at that. That was actually close. That was actually so close. I thought for a second that Panda will have more speed. Let me quickly run some ads here. Before the penultimate map. Yeah, it already said like ads will start in 5 minutes, so I'm just running them now. Boah, another sub gift. Hey. Thank you very much. Thank you, Overkill Kid. I really appreciate it. Okay, let's go to this map. To surf. Wow. This is a map that is certainly not liked. And then Tempest will be played after. And Backflip as the decider. I think both teams were not really that good on that map. So let's see. Complex with a respawn. Arthaniir with a good entry into the water as well. Also import. When can I arrive on Wednesday? Or was it already tomorrow? Because I will be joining you guys on Wednesday. Or can also maybe come tomorrow very late. Just let me know. Okay. That is completely fine for me. I still have to do some stuff. Okay, close rounds. Panda in the lead. Arthaniir with a fragile touch. Oh god, this happens when you hit the wall. Uh-oh. Arthaniir should have not gone into the checkpoints. Because Complex will overtake. Xerar with PB. Complex on thirds. Arthaniir. What a no! Was? What was happening, dude? Don't have a hotel? Ah, okay, I mean... I hope everything will go according to plan. If you need anything, import. As I told you, you can DM me. If there's anything that I should still do. Okay. 2-1 for orcs. I mean, for IJC, not for orcs. It could have been for orcs, but the fragile incident happened. So that's why we love that ending. And let's go to the identity yet again. Arthaniir, Xerar behind Panda. No one hitting there. Panda off to a very, very good line there. And finding himself in the lead, securing a point for his team. Complex 0.7 behind, but good round there. Okay. Then I know. I will be there at I can be there at like 15 at Xpivo or at Experion. If you need me by then there, or if we should go to the Airbnb beforehand. Like, it's up to you. I could also come to the Airbnb before. That's all alright. From what AM? Is that an NA time? Yeah, that's a very specific time. I do not know how to encrypt that. Okay. Oh, what is happening? Complex hitting there Arthaniir with a double respawn himself. This is a complete mess on this map. Oh no, oh no. Reactor boost runs out. So then I can also be there a bit earlier, I suppose. Probably like at 14 or 13 even. If you guys want me there then already. Or if it's like better, if that suits you good. Wow, wow, wow. So it's 4-4. Whoever gets an ace in this round will have a significant shot of winning this map. Okay. Understood. I will text you on Discord. I try to be there as early as possible on Wednesday. It's sub-only nuts. So Complex, not really feeling it today, I would say. Yeah, but you're a mod, man. Oh, but now, just when I say that, Complex off to a very good line there. Xerar with good speed as well, but orKS could go into the lead. Complex will survive it, and that was a great ending from the Dutch player. Finding himself in third position after that round. orKS, 6. I just see 5. Okay, okay. Oh, and 2 mistakes. What is happening today? Xerar and Complex with the same mistakes. Oh man, oh man. Okay, so Xerar on third, Arthaniir and Panda fighting out for first. And it looks to be a good round, a nice fight for that first place. But Panda leading, and Panda definitely being the carry, putting Complex in his backpack in this round at least, and securing 1 point for his team. But Xerar and Complex both with respawns. What is going on here? Who will get thirds? Xerar is ahead, Complex too far behind to make a saying. Xerar will get third here. 9 seconds behind. Complex whopping 11 seconds. 7-6. Track points on map 5. On Arthaniir with a great start. XCT cow, dude. What an emote. Yeah, shift 140, Skraken. What is going on with Complex today? Like, it feels like Complex does not have a good day. And Panda will take it. Xerar and Arthaniir, however, both with respawns. Wait a hot minute here. Complex on seconds. And this does not matter because we're gonna go to map 6 already. Complex, even though he's 7 seconds behind, will stay ahead of Arthaniir and Xerar. Wow. What is that? Ace for orKS. Let's go to the penultimate map, which is Tempest. I think orKS does not want to play backflip. They have to win it here. So good luck to both teams. Can you do a backflip? 5 gifted. No, I cannot do a backflip, actually. Can you, like, for real, can you guys do a backflip or a front flip? Would be interested now. Anyone? Do a barrel roll? I can't do that. But you can, Isaac. You can barely get up. Oh. I can barely get up. Yeah, Panda also struggling to get up in this round. Panda again struggling with the rotation. And Xerar and Arthaniir aren't first and second. Oh no. Uh-oh. Dude, what are those we're getting treated with insane matches today. Dude, I remember my sister and me were arguing. And she held... I tried to kick her with my right leg. Dude, she then grabbed my right leg. And then I tried to kick her with my left leg. Yeah, it wasn't the best call. Because I fell on my head. Wasn't the best call, guys. Oh, man. Wasn't that good. One of the landings ever, yeah. Like, when we had, like, I had to go to the hospital. Because I was also knocked out for a couple of seconds. And I felt a bit dizzy. Yeah, that was fun. Anyway, it's the ace for IJC. It's Panda and Complex's pick. Panda off to a great start. Complex, again, not with the best speed. You can get gear 4 before the ice light. And if not, you will have problems. Like Complex going on the beam saves it quite... Oh my god, this is so painful. This is so painful. Panda in first, but he needs his teammate to perform. And he gets the checkpoint. Oh, so many respawns. Wait, huh? Yek? What is happening? What is going on? Oh, dude. Xerar respawns. Complex respawns. Oh my god. Okay, it's a victory though because Xerar crossed the checkpoint before Complex could. Oh man. Well, let's go to the next round. It is a close one so far between Panda and Arthaniir. Xerar 0.7 behind, but jumped so far up. Still gets the gear across. And it seems like Complex does not play a role. Complex, I have no idea what's going on with Complex today. But he does not really perform that well. Arthaniir, oh my god, does not get the checkpoint. Has to respawn. Complex now ahead of him. Panda has to win this round. Xerar will secure 1 point for his team. Panda with a good rotation there. And he will take it home with a 109.02. Complex also clean with it. On third, it's 3-6. Not too bad, but also not too good, all things considered. They need some more points. Only 3 points, that is doable. Next round, good start from Complex now. And that's what they are in need of. Very, very nicely done. Also jumping very smooth there. And Panda in the lead. Very good line there as well. Oh, but Complex again with a mistake. Xerar will overtake. Panda on first. But they need a victory, another victory, and they're in dire need of that. Complex versus Xerar and Arthaniir versus Panda. Arthaniir with a mistake compared to Panda. In terms of that, he just jumped a bit too far there. Can you really count that a mistake on this map? Losing 0.8 over the identity? I do not think so. It's a draw. It's 7-4. So next round. Round number whatever. Panda in the leads. Complex on third. Complex has to perform. Look, 56% crashes, 12% top 1. Panda, 50% top 1. He's like, what am I doing with Complex today? Panda plays really well. But Complex making so many mistakes. And yeah, will also not be able to clear that ice side. So nice there. Now Xerar and Arthaniir going for the attack. They could win this round. Oh no. Oh, Panda. Oh, I thought for a second that he would crash. But that wasn't the case. Goes into the lead. They still have a shot, but they're on life support on this map. Xerar jumping to Narnia there. Panda will go into the lead and will win this round with a 109.56. Xerar on second, Arthaniir on third, Complex again on last. Oh, good booster entry from Xerar. And Panda now in there as well. Complex. He needs a good round. Really. 11% top ones. 56% crashes. So this is not that good from Complex. Oh, and he makes a mistake. Another mistake. Another mistake from Complex. This is just not good. And Panda leads again. But again, as I said, Panda has to rely on his teammate. It does not go without it. Complex, however, only 1.1 second behind. So if both players make a mistake here, he can capitalize from that. It's Panda, however, with a mistake here. No, never mind. I thought for a second he did do a mistake, but no, he didn't. 6-9. Nice. Would have high level? Yeah, I agree, Afi. I think the matches are high level. I'm not sure if we watched the same match, but the players who perform, it's only Panda right now, who Complex right now, who does not really perform that well. But the match Shift versus orKS was really good. Like, for real, this match is completely fine. Of course, there was 1 or 2 rounds that didn't really go in there, but now Complex has to perform. Maybe they just want to play on hard mode. But Complex losing the gear. Still a good approach. Oh, this could be huge for the Dutch player. Arthaniir oversights. You do not want to slide there. Backwards SD is not possible because you have a forwards gear. Panda respawning. And that is it. We're gonna go to map 7, ladies and gentlemen. Backflip is the decider. Again. Oh, jeepers. Gonna let me run some ads again, that we do not have ads again in the midst of the rounds. So, there you go. Sorry for the ads, guys, but I do not want to have you guys ads in between the rounds. Yeah? So I hope you can understand that. Backflip. Like, again, it's the last map. And I'm concerned. orKS did not play good on this map. Oh god. What a great warm-up for Panda and Complex. Guys. Oh god. Okay, let's go. Last map. Okay, we see a mistake from Xerar. And Complex leads the rounds. Followed by Arthaniir. Arthaniir with more speed though. And, well, could be a draw here to start things off, but do not call it too early. There's still a very easy identity coming up. I wonder, is there any consistent setup? Like, it always feels like because you come out of a right turn, that this one is always a bit different. You always have a little bit different speed or a little bit of a different angle. But Arthaniir with a mistake. Panda. Complex. Wait. Complex on second? Complex on second? Complex on second. 3-0. As if or it did. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Let's go into the next round. Round number 2. IJC should not fall more behind now. They should at least get a draw now. Panda with a respawn. Now it's Complex who has to perform on this map. 54% crashes. 11% top ones. Whereas Panda has 22% crashes and 51% top ones. So Complex has to get that first position now. Nicht wahr, Kai? Ja. Ja, ja, Kanjika. Nice German, man. Complex surviving it. Arthaniir with a respawn. But Panda is 8 seconds behind. So let's check in on Complex's identity first. Panda with another respawn. Whoa! He almost released too much. Oh, okay. Complex gets his first position here. Arthaniir and Xerar on second and third. He almost overjumps the finish. Wow, wow, wow. Panda not hitting the finish. And it's a draw. So orKS slowly but surely getting a point there in this round. And Complex gets a very important first position in. And yo, Emmy! 1 year of love, I mean subbing. Huh. Also 1 year of love. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Looking forward to meeting you at XP Evo. Okay, looking good. Looking good on this map. For the TMCL champions of Season 2. Complex. Okay. Season 4, yeah. Yick. Hug the shit out of you. Ovo? That's cute. Actually cute. Would be very nice. Alright. Xerar. Oh, that's not a good line from Xerar. Complex will overtake, will traverse the checkpoint earlier. And he will be on that second place. It's 7-1. Only one more ace needed for Panda and Complex. 108.10 is the winning time. One more. For orcs. What a cute emote that is. Let's get some Ovo L in the chat. Baboos. Also for the great stream today. A lot of followers, a lot of resubs, a lot of gifted, especially from Overkill Kid. Thank you very much, guys, for the support. If you enjoy the content, consider hitting the follow button. So you will not miss out on any Trackmania content, and especially not World Championship stuff from the Wildcard. So consider hitting that follow button. What is that emote, dude? Oh god. Xerar and Arthaniir first and second. Uh-oh. This could be the comeback. Panda with a respawn. Complex needs to perform. Complex! With a great entry into the identity, and he will get that first place. Oh. Oh no. It's not Complex Day. Oh. Oh. Nice slow-mo, yeah. I'm used to it, right? Oh, Complex. Oh dear, Complex. What are you doing? Oh no. But he comes back from that also because Arthaniir did do a mistake. So today, that is not a Complex that I know from the Challenger League. But it could still be over. Riolu guy. Riolu? Type 1. Ah, there's a lot of Riolus in the chat. Imagine the real Riolu did actually type 1 now. And it's Kraken. Imagine that, guys. But imagine orcs not throwing away this round. But Xerar has a lot of speed. I think we're gonna have one more. Yeah, we have one more round. Yeah, good job, Xerar. It's over. Orcs made it. After getting clapped 4-0 against Shift, they won 4-3. IJC losing both matches 4-3. What a match, dude. Oh my god, dude. Can we quickly recap Group F and Group B? Like, I just aged 10 years. This was so exhausting and exciting to watch at the same time. We had great Trackmania action coming up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the cast. I was a bit more laid back in some parts of it because I'm not used to that casting anymore. But I hope you still enjoyed it. The matches were bangers indeed. And what also will be bangers are the matches at XP Evo this weekend.